from there. I will not, I am telling you now, I will not authorize any movement to leave the island. That we have to talk about. I do not want to lose the friendship of China. China is a good friend. China was there when we needed most their help. They delivered the firearms that turned the tide faster. Maybe because yung mga baril na for the snipers were really good, very superior in quality. That's why we were able to minimize the dangers of the movement of the soldiers on the ground. Because they were always worried about the sniping conducted high up in the buildings. This is a new war, actually. It is covered with, kung ito lang sana yung open plain, kagaya ng insurgency sa mga barangay, sa bukid, madali ito. But itong nangyari ngayon, ang cover nila is yung semento pati bakal. And you have to use bombs to penetrate your advance to a longer stretch. Wala akong sinabi na nagtataka lang ako kasi yung pagkatapos ng China Rocos, the next publications that we saw, but there were already arms around the islands. So it is not wrong for me to tell China, look, you have, already placed the heavy artillery there. So it puts us in where we worried and worry because we are also using the passage. Now we are friends, but what is the rule here for everybody that's applicable to us? That is also applicable for ASEAN because I am the chair of the ASEAN. And I have to carry the voice of ASEAN. Hindi ako pwedeng pare-pare. I have to tell the truth that everybody is worried. So that is the ASEAN. Hanggang saan ba ngayon? Up to where are we supposed? And to what extent would be the use of the passage? Now, the best way is to have a written code of conduct. So just you read it and you'd know that you are not crossing boundaries because as of now, it is a contested claim. See?
Sir,
Yes.
are you excited about your bilateral meeting with President Trump in the Philippines?
Yes, of course, because I feel that we share so many ideas along the same line of problems of governance. I know that I'd have an interesting time with him.
Sir, tuloy po ba yung sa Saturday na bilat with China? Tuloy na yun, sir, no?
Yes, I have a bilateral. I think it would be on the last day.
Okay.
So that I'd have to postpone my departure about 2 hours because that's the last activity and China has for it. And because we are friends, I'm ready to listen to China.
Yes, sir.
But of course, sabi ko sa kanya, I will tell him straight, Mr. President, the whole of the ASEAN is worried about how we should behave in the seas that are now militarized. Takot baka magkamali dyan. Tapos sabihin niya, puputakan ka na lang yan. Those arms, and they are not there for any other purpose. They are not decorations. They are there because China would need them. For what purpose, I really do not know. But if it is for war against us, then forget it. I'm not interested to go to war with China. I'm interested in the friendship. But I said, again, I have to ask him questions reflecting the sentiments of the ASEAN countries.
Sir, just one short. Do you want China to remove those arms in the militarized islands?
Ganito yan eh. If I tell China now, remove it, and he doesn't want to remove it. Or I said, do not remove it because it's good. You can keep guard there and keep order. And he will remove it. So, when things are already in existence, and it's just a matter of discretion, someday there will be a change of the political landscape of East Asia and Asia itself. There will be a change in the geography of the places here. Sabi nga nila, wala daw akong alam geopolitics. Well, sabihin nila ako kung anong alam ko ng konti. Might is right and right is might. And the ever-changing geopolitics of this world would also rearrange geography in the process. Just like the Middle East. It used to be one Middle East known as the Kingdom of what? After they left Second World War and created the State of Israel, it changed the entire geographical situation. Africa is another thing. Dito, I cannot dwell on too much about Malaysia, but it is to the best interest also of Australia to be very active. Kasi pag nagsara yan, the passage between within the countries of Malaysia and, the imponderables of life, pag yan ang nagsara, ang Australia will have to travel almost half of the world to reach anywhere, including the Philippines. That is the consequence of geopolitics. It changes the landscape, including geography.
Last question, Tina Mendez, Philippine Star.
Siya pala, sir.
Good evening.
Isa uli man sa kanya kasi ako naman siya dyan.
Okay.
Hi, sir. Good evening po. Sir Maricel Halili po from TV5. Sir, may we have your reaction because I understand that the chairman and co-chairman of the House Committee on Human Rights of the U.S. Congress wrote a letter addressed to President Trump urging him to bring up the issue about their concerns on the extrajudicial killings in the Philippines. What do you think of this, sir?
That's one page. I suggest that you look at the other, what is at the back. And that includes the misery and agony of the Filipino people, including extrajudicial killing, almost all, halos lahat inosenteng tao. Kung bright talaga yung Congress na yan, if they are really worth their, and they said that it is a social problem, then it would be a grievous error to just look at the statistics of how many criminals died. Turn the page back and see how many innocent people and how it destroyed the country and how we have a problem now of addiction. Millions of Filipinos. Talagang mahina.
Pero, sir, ano po yung expectations ninyo doon sa meeting with President Trump? How will you respond just in case na i-bring up niya tong issue na to?
Layoff, sir.
Okay.
That's my business. Me? I never criticize whatever happened to for whatever reason America. But I criticize the State Department and Obama.
And sir, tomorrow will be your first meeting with President Trump?
I don't know. Is he here already? I'm here.
Tomorrow, sir.
Oh, well, maybe a good handshake and